All right, so I'm just doing a little review of an older Bible. This is my ordination Bible back in 2008 when I got ordained. And immediately after I got ordained, I actually gave it to my son. So he's been using it ever since. So it's kind of like it was an heirloom. I figured um, I just wanted to give it to him because that was my firstborn son, and just he really liked it. He was young, and I knew he'd take care of it, and it's been used. But this is back. This is at least 12 or 13 year old Bible from Church Bible Publishers. Back then it was local church. Now it's Church Bible Publishers. But this is what I kind of miss. This is their iron calfskin back in those days, but it doesn't have that shine and that flatness to it. It's thicker, and you can see the grain. And if I remember right, I could be wrong, but I think they actually got their leather from Abba for a while, their pre-cut leather from Abba. The reason why I say that, this is of course used up and kind of dirty, is if you recognize the end sheets or these where they tab it in, are a little bit different feel to them, like what Abba used. So they might have gotten their end sheets and their covers from Abba at that time. I'm not sure, but I knew they ended up switching to another company when they started getting their cowhide covers. They switched, but I actually like this calfskin better. And back then, and the reason why I say that too is you can see that it has more of a yap. It screams Abba, but I could be wrong. And another reason why I say Abba too is because I remember Abba having this problem when they with their two tone with the actual dye or whatever kind of coating they'd put for their color would have problems over time, of course, where it would come off. But so this is an old church Bible, and but I'll tell you what, I told you guys these Bibles, they're a tank, because he's had this when he was a kid. Now he's a teenager, so he would have been around. See, he's 20 now, and this is 11. So he had it since he was about 9, and takes it to church and everything. And of course, doesn't read it, or he does now, but back then probably didn't read it as much as because he was so young. But as he got older, he of course studies the Bible a lot more. But I mean, this is one format that I really miss. This Bible is let me show you the size. It's not big at all. This is going to be smaller than your Cameo wide margin, but they used to have this layout. Look at the wide margin on that. I'm going to say that's probably about 2.5 inches. Definitely at least an inch, maybe over in the center. And at the top, another probably 2 and 1/4 inch, and at least over an inch and a quarter here on the sides. But this was like my favorite Bible. And the paper on this was different. There's no shine on this paper. And it was only on this particular layout that they had this paper, so I don't know where they got these text blocks from. I'm not sure. But this is right after they started getting the better gilding. And this thing, of course, think about a 9 or 10-year-old carrying this around the church and stuff, and then still using it to this day. He reads it at work when he's on his break, and still that gold gilding, of course, is scratched. I mean, that's what happens during time, but look how it's held up. I mean, usually most gold gilding would not even be hardly on there at all. But so you can see all the wear and stuff from it. You can see that nice grain. Let's look at the other side. But I love the grain of this leather. It's beautiful. But that's how a church Bible holds up. I mean, still, of course, the print back then was not as nice. I mean, this ain't bad by no means. It's just not as dark as as nice quality as back as it is now. In fact, you can see where they printed, and there's that little black line from some ink that got on the paper when they were printing it. The quality wasn't as good back then, but it was still back then. These were only, I think, $40. So think of a calfskin Bible, a wide margin like this, for only $40. And it was 40 or 45, something like that, which was still just an amazing deal. And I don't even know if this has maps on it. I don't remember. Yeah, it's got the old maps. I forgot who originally had these. I think maybe it was Cambridge, like the old Cambridge. I'm not sure though. But I figured I'd just do a really quick video on it, just kind of show you what a Bible looks like, 11 plus years after. And back then, that was before I pastored it also. I was an evangelist. And then they ordained me to the gospel ministry. But isn't that kind of neat, seeing a Bible that's been used quite a bit, and just seeing how things were a little bit different 11 plus years ago. So figured I'd make that video. It's kind of interesting just seeing a Bible still hanging in there. I'm looking for a Bible right now here at my parents' house while I'm visiting. That's actually their first line before they even had these softer covers, when it was more like R.L. Allen, and I cannot find it. But if I find it, I'll do a video on that too. But just kind of wanted to show you this. I know you can't get one of these, of course, because it's an old Bible. But I just want to show you how I always would tell people, if you want a Bible that lasts and you want a tank, go with Church Bible Publishers, and this thing is held up like a tank. Till next time, guys, good day. God bless.